harassed and bullied over her graduation speech. The student, who is Muslim from the Wheatley School in Nassau County, urged fellow students to educate themselves about world issues, and she specifically mentioned the ethnic cleansing of Palestinians and Muslims. Well, that led to jeers from the crowd and for her family to be bullied. Long Island reporter Kristen Thorne spoke exclusively to that student. She is live in Old Westbury with the story. Kristen.
Liz, 17-year-old Huda Ayaz tells me in an exclusive interview that she showed this speech to her principal the day before she gave it. And then when she went up to the podium, that exact speech was printed out there for her.
Educate yourself about international dilemmas, including the ethnic cleansings of Palestinians and Uyghur Muslims. Families are continuously torn apart, and real human lives are being lost but ignored.
Huda Ayaz tells Eyewitness News in an exclusive interview how those 13 seconds of her 6-minute-long graduation speech changed everything.
When the entire graduation ceremony had ended, my parents hadn't even reached me yet, but there were grown adult men coming toward me, telling me my speech was a bunch of profanities, and thankfully there were people there to hold them back.
Huda gave the speech on Sunday at the graduation of the Wheatley School in the East Williston School District. She showed us the email from high school principal Sean Feeney from the day before, in which he acknowledged receiving Huda's final version of her speech. Feeney later told families and Eyewitness News that Huda added the Palestinian comments after the speech committee approved it. Huda was allowed to make changes to the speech after its approval. Feeney admitted that he did not read through the final version. He said in a statement to Eyewitness News, a high school graduation ceremony solely intended to acknowledge and celebrate the milestone achievements of the graduating class was not the appropriate venue to express any political statements.
It's not about what the line was. It's about what are we going to tolerate for parents and what's appropriate response for a school.
Hours after the graduation, the school district superintendent sent this email to families describing the part of Huda's speech as upsetting. Elaine Canis said, "As a place of learning, our school district encourages diversity of thought and opinion, but always within appropriate venues that are structured to ensure all voices can be heard." That did not take place today.
Basically ignored everything that happened to me, and the reaction that was extremely unprecedented from the parents, and instead went and apologized to them without acknowledging that behavior.
Huda says she was suffering from so much anxiety on Sunday that she had to go to the hospital, and she did not go to her prom on Wednesday because she feels at this point unsafe and not safe on school property. She says her family has received a lot of cyberbullying. Meanwhile, her supporters are starting a letter campaign to the school district demanding that they deal with this differently.